Welcome to God's Way, YTVY. I'm Adolphina Shephard. This is my co-host Thomas Knight Templar.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to our show.
Well, as usual, we have a couple of great guests here. We got Marie Gilbert on. She's been on before, if you remember. And we have Shelley Shayner here.
Shayner.
And we are going to do some divination tonight, so hang in there. And let's go to Marie first. Marie, tell us a little bit about yourself for those who haven't seen you on the show before.
Okay, so I'm a writer, I'm an author, I have 4 books out. I write sci-fi, and my books are based on what's going on in the world today and from dreams I had from when I was a child. So they're here. The latest book, latest book is Warriors in the Mist, and it's the 4th book. And if you like the cover, that's because Shelley is also an artist, and so she designed the cover for me. This closes the adventure of Rufo Aces. The next book I'm working on is a ghost story about 2 ghosts that live in my house, and that's coming out this summer. And then following, I'll start with book 5 and a new adventure with the Rufo Aces series. I'm also a psychic. I also see dead people, so psychic medium, and
So it just wasn't in the movie.
wasn't in the movie.
Okay. I see dead people.
I see dead people, but I wasn't in the movie.
Okay,
Exactly.
okay.
It took me a second though. Yeah, so
Sometimes they're quick and subtle, you know. Yeah.
I'm now, people know me as the South Jersey Italian psychic. So if you're looking for me, you'll find me that way. And I enjoy helping people and bringing healing and learning about my power and the power we all possess.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, isn't that the key, to learn what your gifts are,
Right.
what you signed on for when you incarnated,
Right.
and that really is our true essence. But what I wanted to say is, I've read every one of the books and was eagerly awaiting this to come out. She says I can take this one home with me.
just have to
Oh my
sign it.
goodness! But you know, that's how we met actually,
Yes,
at
that's
at a
right.
psychic event.
Right.
I went to play instead of actually do my hobby or photography, and I caught the picture of the mirror. And I happen to have a mirror just like that, and I know mirrors are portals because we have an antique mirror that's huge, and you could tell by the shape of it, by the frame, it's an antique, and it came from my husband's family with the 3 great aunts. Now, just like in, what was that movie with
I just saw
the
it.
Golden Girls? The
Right.
Golden Girls. They
Remember
were
that,
like the
yeah.
Golden Girls.
All
Yeah,
right.
they showed me.
What?
They showed me, I think it was Snow White. Was that the one that went out in the woods? It was sleeping and had those
Yeah.
3 little fairies that raised them?
Yeah.
They're showing me them flying around.
Oh, wow. Well, I'll tell you what, one day when we were moving from another house to another house, not my current move, we were loading that to take that mirror on ourselves. We didn't want it to
Right.
break. And as we turned it a certain way, I could see the 3 ants. Oh, looking at us and through the mirror.
Looking through
Wow.
the mirror. I
Looking through
believe
the
that.
mirror. And I said, oh my God, it's over our mantle, which means they watch us every night while we relax, you know, watch TV or
Right.
whatever, right? So this caught my eye, but these books are really great. So I would recommend it. I guess they can get that on Amazon, right?
They can go on Amazon, and it's the Rufo Aces series.
You get the
by-
series.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
They're
there's 4
fabulous.
books,
Once you
yeah.
pick them up, you don't want to put them down.
They are fast. They're fast stories, so it's not like you're bogged down in
A lot
sci-fi
of background.
techno.
Yeah,
Right.
A lot of background
Techno-wise.
stuff,
Right.
yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
All right, Shelley?
Shelley. Hello, everybody. My name's Shelley Shayner. I'm an author like Marie. Right now I'm working on a children's book, not middle grade fiction, and I've done a few short stories. I'm in Chicken Soup of the Soul, and with our writers group, we have an anthology. And I wrote a short story, and it's about my family discovering who my real father is, and also the animal science that came in. Because besides being an author, I'm also an artist, and I'm an intuitive, and I teach classes on animal symbolism, which is big, and any type of synchronicities, animal totems, and dreams is a big one. So I also read tarot cards. That's something I've done for a long time. And I do a whole matter of things. I'm kind of eclectic in what I like to do. I've done past life healings.
Right.
A lot of people call me and they say, well, what's this mean? What's that mean? You know, any kind of symbol,
So you feel like
sign.
the shell answer man. I
Yeah,
get that
yeah. My
myself.
dad thinks I'm a witch because he doesn't know what to call me, you know. So,
Right, right.
you know, so
Well,
they're.
at least
How
tell
about
him
your
I'm a
name?
good witch.
Yeah, I'm a good witch. You're a good witch or a bad witch, you know.
This one, your name is Lucinda. You
Yeah.
came down to get the ruby slippers. I just saw them again. Stop.
Yeah, yeah.
The ruby slippers, this is a symbol that he always sees in reference
Yeah,
to me.
right.
I just got to click my ruby slippers,
all
and there
right.
it is.
Yeah,
you know.
so some of the things I know about, I learned along the way, is that all the rooms in the house can represent different areas in your life as well as health issues that you may have. So the back door can be the colon,
That makes sense.
right?
What's the back door?
The back door is
Is
the
the other
colon.
back door?
Yeah, yeah. In the kitchen, let's say the stove is about
goes on the
transformation,
side,
because
that's
think
about
you're
it.
cooking food and you're transforming it. So that's a big deal. So I've studied a lot about dreams, and I help a lot of people with that. I get a lot of animals that come to me. I was telling Adolphina on the way up that I went to hug a tree because I love nature. So while I was ready to do that, as I was approaching the tree, there was a squirrel that just looked at me from behind the tree like this. And I was like, oh my goodness. So I said, do you mind if I come up to this tree? And he just kept looking at me. And so I hugged the tree, because you can heal yourself of a lot of negativity. The trees will
Trees are
absorb that.
grounded, that's why.
Yes. So I'm doing that, and I said to the squirrel, isn't this great? I love trees like you. And then the squirrel walks to the next tree, climbs up it, and hugs it just like this. We're looking at each other. Oh, tears are coming down my eyes.
Yeah, that's great.
If that isn't a connection to nature,
I just heard the song "Climb Every Mountain."
Yeah.
What's going on?
climb every tree. I'm nutty. What can I say?
Oh my
You know,
God!
so
Well, you know, it's funny because I have a squirrel story too, and we were talking about this on the way up. The animals have been talking to me lately. It's funny. I was having dinner, and my husband says, "Do you hear that?" So we had the back door open to our screen porch, and he could hear this squirrel chittering, right? So I couldn't hear it. I went outside, I could hear him, and I didn't think anything of it until today. I went out there, and he races down the tree upside down, and he's talking to me. And I say, what does the squirrel want? And I hear thumping in my heart. He wanted me to fill his heart, batteries. And it's funny because my brother's cat, who isn't very loquacious, he comes across the sofa to me and he goes, rah, 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 rah. And my brother's going, what was that? And he's telling me, same thing, please help me, you know? Please help me. So the animals have really been coming
yes,
forth.
yes, they have been. And
I
that's,
mean, even the squirrels, for goodness
I know
sake.
why squirrels. Like, does that mean I'm nutty? I guess I don't know. As a symbol,
All
so.
we had to do was slow down the speed of the chatter on a tape recorder, and it would have said, "Paul is dead, man. Paul is dead." Remember that of the Beatles?
No,
the
no, say that
reverse
again.
speech.
Never mind.
Oh, the reverse speech thing?
Reverse speech,
Oh, geez.
So anyway, basically what I see is that the symbolic language is a universal language, and it's telepathic, and once we learn that language, we can speak to the animals, we can speak to the spirits, because they speak in images. So that's what's drawn me in, because I've had so many dreams in my life, I had to understand what they were.
I got a question for both of you. I have cards too. I don't use them, but I have them. I have a boatload of them. Anyway, the traditional meaning of the cards are usually written in a book, or it's sometimes they're on the cards themselves and things like that. But when you see a card, I know a lot of times if I was to flip one, I see something different. Not the traditional meaning of this, you know, whether it's reversed or it's this, or you know, it fell on the floor. I look at the card and I see something, I interpret that, the picture. All right, do you find that you do that more than the interpretation of the card according to the book?
Yes, that's what I do.
I do that too. I
So that's
just
psychic
go
intuition.
with,
Yes.
Yes, okay.
right.
I think the cards are just a focusing tool.
It's a tool.
It's a
focusing
tool to focus your mind into what they want to show you, what the angels want to show
And
you,
it helps
basically.
translate, because when I connect to the person and I connect to God, what is God trying to show me? Because we can't understand sometimes the words, the pictures Well, okay, that's what he's trying to show
Because he's
me.
using the picture in the card depicting it as
To
a,
translate,
it's basically like parables, and Jesus
Mm-hmm.
spoke to, he spoke in parables, because they weren't echelon, mentality, they're gonna know what you're talking about.
right,
The education wasn't there, not that the education is so good, but it wasn't there to differentiate what he's trying to say.
right.
That sounded good, didn't it?
Yeah.
Sure.
Perfect.
Wasn't even a channel that had that in here. Okay?
So I was thinking, looking at the clock, and I'm thinking, gee, we have some guest here who's going to want to have some interpretation and card reading.
We'll need
So
time for that, so.
yeah, so you want to segue over to the table
Okay.
carefully with your mic.
Yeah.
Should
I
I
don't
go
know if
first?
Your mic,
Whoever.
your mic won't reach there, so you have a desk mic.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
yeah,
I'll
okay.
take this
Take that one
off.
off over
Right.
here. I don't know if yours will make it, it might.
It may or it may not.
I'll
Well,
take
she's,
it off.
she's attached to the chair.
And then before tonight's over, we have
Right,
something
yeah.
Yeah, we can
special.
do that, all right.
Yeah.
She
I
did.
did.
So who is going
So-
to be our next volunteer who wants to come up and get a reading?
Come on, Grace.
Why don't you really sit here, because I need to,
Sit next to you?
I really do, because I have to actually make contact with you when I'm doing the reading.
Do we have to
okay?
change the mic,
You might have to,
Christine?
turn the mic.
Yeah, turn the
Brian,
mic
can
a
you hear
little.
on that
I
mic?
can do it. Can you do it? Okay, he can
Okay,
hear us.
there
okay.
you go.
So and I'll tell you what I tell people when they come for a reading, is what I'm doing is I'm going to have you pick out the cards.
Okay.
And when you pick out the cards, I'm going to have you pray that I hear what you need to hear. So I'm not going to be telling you a fortune.
Okay.
I'm going to tell you what you need to know. Okay?
Great.
All right. And that's why I need to hold your hand, because it's a three-way connection.
I need to warm you up. You're
Yeah.
freezing.
Remember, I write zombie stories, so I always worry that I might die one day, or I might not be dead, and they'll try to bury me, and I'll be
Because
like
you're
a
so
zombie.
cold.
Yeah. So what I'm gonna do right now is I'm shuffling the cards, and if you can't see what I'm using religious cards, angel cards, all right, and these are my favorite. They have the Blessed Mother, which I feel very close to her, so these are my go-to cards, all right? So I'm gonna
They're
spread these
beautiful.
out.
I've never seen such a
they-
lovely.
Wait till you see
cards
the other
before.
side, they're even prettier. So I'm gonna ask you to run your hand over the cards and to pull out the three cards that call to you. And you're gonna put them here face down, 1, 2, 3. Okay, that's the first one, 1. And I'm gonna pull this one, and I'm gonna put it here, because that's gonna be like our synopsis of everything what I read on you today, all right?
Okay.
All right. Okay, so we're gonna do this again with these cards, all right? And you're gonna put them on top, all right? So basically, the cards help translate what I'm hearing, all right?
Okay.
All right. There's a lot of times I see people and I don't have my cards with me, but I can pick up things, but the cards help me. So you're gonna do the same thing, run your hand over. And you're gonna put one, that's it. If two come out, sometimes it means you need those two, but you got it out okay, all right. All right. Now I'm gonna do the last deck. I'm putting you to work today. Okay. And the same thing. And then I'll have you pray over the cards. And a lot of times I tell people, it doesn't matter if you don't believe in God or Jesus,
Oh, I
like,
do.
all right?
I do.
But if you don't, then I always tell people to pray to the universal collective, because your higher self, you know, so, all right. Yeah, and that's what you want.
I
You want the
want-
card that's calling you.
They're calling me from in here for some
Okay.
reason.
And that's what you do. All right. Now I'm going to ask you to put your hands on the card. Just say a quick prayer to God that I hear what He wants me to tell you. All right, now I'm going to take your hand.
There's so many. You're warm now.
Okay, so what I'm going to do here is when we're born, God gives us a gift. This gift is to help us survive in this world, to achieve what we want. But it's also a gift to protect ourselves from negativity and evil, okay? All right, so the first card I'm going to turn over is what I call your base card. This is the gift that was given to you, all right? Okay, family. So meaning, from when you were very young, your strength comes from unity. So when you think of family, the first word that you think of normally with family is structure, all right? Unity, sanctuary, all right? With all our quirks and troubles with family, we know we're protected. We belong, okay? So this is your gift, meaning that this is a gift that helped you survive growing up, because life throws things at us. You know that, right? So you're the type of person that you automatically, when people come in, new people, you automatically bring them into the fold. You're the type of person that would, well, come on over for dinner. If you're having a party, you include everyone. You don't seem to push people away. Because to you, everybody is like family. Now, this is the way you're supposed to, this was your gift, okay? Now, with every gift comes a downside, all right? So a lot of times in our lives, we're dealing with people who are pulling away from family, are people who are fighting the structure that you're trying to survive in, all right?
Okay.
And so, and also that try to weaken the family. And the family doesn't necessarily have to mean your immediate family.
Right.
It could be just your little universe around you, your work life, your friends, your family, of course, but also you. What is you? So you are a person that's stable and tries to include everybody. What I feel you are getting attacked on is that a lot of times you are shut out and not included in things, and this hurts you deeply when this happens. So a lot of times there's things or people you want to associate with, and you might not be invited, not be included, all right? So, like I said, it's a double sword. So what you have to do, what you need to do is to first find out what it is in these people that are close to you. What is it that's pushing you, that has them pushing you away, all right?
Okay.
So you learn about that and find out, is the fault with you or with them, all right? If it's with you, then there's things you need to change, all right? So maybe not include everybody automatically, because maybe they don't want to be included. Maybe they need time to become friends. And you're trying to, like, because you have a big heart, you're going, oh, come, and they need to come slowly. So you have to understand that.
Right, right.
Okay? So if it's that, then you know, okay, I need to hold back a little and move slowly to give people a chance to get to know me before I welcome them in, all right?
Okay.
And also, because of family being a structure, is if you come across people that you feel are not fulfilling what you need to make this family run, then you don't waste your time on them. They're not meant to walk the path you're walking. So don't drain yourself trying to fix people that really don't want to be fixed. Do you understand?
Understand, yeah.
Okay, all right. So now we'll see where we go with this. Okay. This is a beautiful card. So we have family, all right? We have inner child. To me, inner child is telling me that you need to open up your heart and trust. And I have a feeling that somehow, some way, this ability to just openly trust and take in life with this excitement, this awe of a child, this amazement of a child, you're not using it because you're trying to protect yourself from being hurt, okay?
Okay.
So what you need to do to be happy is you have to change the way you look at the world. And you should start doing it now, all right?
Okay.
Just open your heart to all the miracles that are around you, because when you do this, positive things will happen.
Will happen.
All right? So I keep feeling like God's telling me, you shut yourself down in a way, all right? He's not showing me why. I just know I need to tell you to start looking at the world with the innocence of a child and take joy in just the little things that happen every
Every
single
day.
day. Okay?
Okay.
All right, let's see where we're going from here. Now, truth is very important to you. You don't like being lied to. And this goes back to being the protector of the family, all right? Okay, so you don't like being lied to. This is really important. So the thing is also, sometimes people will lie to you because they're afraid to tell you the truth, all right? So if they see you're not coming at them judgmental, like being judging, they'll open up more. And you may not even know you're doing that because that you're judging them or you're giving them that impression that you are.
Okay.
But it's so important for you for people to tell the truth. So I could see them, like, you'll ask someone, well, what did you do? And right away you're like, what did you do?
Right.
Because you're waiting for them to tell you the lie.
Right.
All right, so because you present that, their instinct is to give you that lie. So you gotta change. What did you do last night? And just
Let them
let them
them
feel
take it
free
from
to
there.
tell you the truth, okay? All
Okay.
right, okay, so now, let's see where we're going. When I see journaling, okay, and I'm gonna go and turn this card too, because this is something he wants you to do, okay? So we have, these are different cards now. They're the St. Gabriel cards, so this is journaling, daily practice, and nurture yourself, okay? All right. Now, this is the message I'm getting. You need to do meditation more frequently, where you have private time, that you have quiet time. Even if you have to go in your bedroom, lock the door and put a sign, do not knock on this door unless there's a zombie apocalypse, okay? Because you're
I
not,
might have to do that.
okay, because I don't see you with this downtime. And what's happening is you're not being allowed to think, and then for you to think out of the box.
Okay.
All right? Okay, so what you need to do is you need to find this private time. So this is going to be something that you're going to do daily. Even if you come home from work and you just say, I'm going to need a half hour. Don't talk to me, and you shut that door. And for that half hour, even if you play healing music, I mean, Comcast has music that you
Right.
get the soundscapes, right? And you light an incense and you just let your soul go. God will show you visions of where he wants you to go, and just heal from the inside out. You need to do this, all right? Because I feel this in you, all right?
You're
Okay.
absolutely right.
I know, because I'm listening to him. all right? He wants you to nurture yourself. That means he wants you to start watching what you eat, what you're putting in your body. But more so, he wants you out, like Shelley was saying, being out in nature. You're not connecting, your feet aren't touching the earth enough. So you need to get out in nature and to bring nature into your house, all right? Do you have room to put plant vegetables and herbs
Yeah,
and stuff
sure,
in your
sure.
yard? Are you doing it?
No.
Well, that's what you have to do. This is part of nurturing. So you surround yourself with healthy plants and herbs and spices, but then you start bringing this healthy food into yourself, all right? Now, the journaling, this is something special. When I see that card, it's telling me he wants you to start writing your thoughts down in a journal. And then using those thoughts, your thoughts, your heart's desire, your dreams, everything down there, write it. And then look at that book and say, what is it that I want? What is it that I want? And then you're going to use those words in that book to turn around and start healing yourself, mending yourself, understanding yourself, and understanding other people, all right? Now, the last three cards, I hope I'm not taking too much time, am I? I'll rush. Fast. Meditation goes, go fast. Meditation goes with the daily, remember I said meditation?
Yes.
Okay. You gotta meditate, all right? All right, I'll go fast. I'm sorry. Organic foods. Now, you pick these cards out. Remember I said nurture yourself?
all about taking care of myself.
You have to heal from the inside, all right? And diet is important. You pick these cards.
Yeah.
This is all
But they're
about,
really sending a very serious message.
the serious message is
Yes.
this. God made us perfect. It's the world that makes us sick. So what you're going to do, we're trying to connect with God. We're trying to connect to the universe. We're trying to connect to source. So we're going to start by making ourselves healthy within our souls, within our bodies, within our minds. And you're going to write things down. These words you write down in your little journal, right, will come to help you and your children and your grandchildren. You understand?
Understand.
Because he gave us everything we need to survive. He gave us. All right?
We just need to
We
work
need
with
to
it.
use them. Now I'm going to, real quick, turn over the last card, Grace.
That's my name.
Is it?
Yeah,
And I didn't know your name. I never asked you your
yeah.
name. That to me means you're blessed and you're protected. So whenever you're feeling alone, he's saying, I'm right here. I never left you. Give me your troubles. Grace. You're in a state of grace. You're connected to God. What are you worrying about? What are you worrying about? Does that make
That's
sense?
very, very much so.
All right?
Yeah, it's a beautiful message.
All right, give me a hug.
Thank you very much.
All right? Okay. Thank you. Now, I'm going to move so that Shelley can, right, is that how we're doing it? I'm moving and then Shelley.
And then Lucille's gonna come up, right? Thank you so
Okay,
much.
you're welcome. Let me just move out of Shelley's way.
I was hoping she wouldn't say too much about family, because I'm.
I know.
I would say, uh-oh.
I was like,
Yeah,
that's why I don't read
but I-
vision.
Put that on. Beautiful.
Have you ever had your cards
Want
read
me to do
before?
this?
So what I have
Well,
clients
I
do
can
is I
sit
have
there.
them shuffle the cards like this to get your energy in them. And when you're done, cut them away here. Now, you're just going to ask questions right now, right? Or did you have one
No, you
general?
can read me
Okay, I'll just read you then.
and just shuffle. and
Shuffle a
then-
couple times to get your energy in it.
And bring it over there.
Yes, please. Okay. I'd also like you to select a card from this deck. And a card from this deck. Native American cards here.
My daughter's an Indian. My daughter is into
Is
Indians.
she okay?
Just speak up a little bit, please.
Okay.
Okay. So, what she got was, this is her Native American cards, this is her spiritual path lesson that she's learning, and this is the animal totem that will teach the lesson. So it's sacrifice and whale. That means you're going to sacrifice a whale. No. So what this means, the lesson you're going through right now is about letting go of things that no longer serve you. Okay? That can be cleaning a house or usually emotional baggage is what I'm feeling. Just old emotions and stuff and things that don't work. Now the whale, the animal, the Native Americans believe that all animals have medicine, ability that help them survive in the world. So what you do is you take this medicine and you learn this lesson. So the medicine of whale is about going deep within to your old records. This is actually going into the DNA or the subconscious. So deep within you is the answers, okay? And their records are coming up to be healed, to be seen by you, okay? And we are in a time of releasing right now with this giant eclipse going across the United States, right?
Right.
So throw it on the fire of transmutation. Take everything that no longer serves you, everything that makes you unhappy, and just throw it in the fire and allow this energy to just heal you quickly. You know, we shouldn't have to suffer anymore, honestly. You know, we've gone through enough. Humanity
Yeah.
has. I've had it.
Yeah.
So anyway, so what I'm reading here is your cards, generally speaking, for the next couple of months or so.
Okay.
Okay. So right now, what I'm seeing is in your past, that you've had a lot of hard work, a lot of stuff. Did somebody have cancer in your family or somebody?
Well, my husband died at 42.
Okay.
He had heart.
Yeah.
Her father.
Okay. All right. So I just see there's just a lot of stress and hard work and difficult decisions. You know, this could be distant past or recent past. Now, right now, what I'm seeing is you have two major arcana cards here. I'll show them here. Okay. The Hangman is actually the Christ card, and this Temperance is actually the angel card, like Archangel Michael. It's protection.
Oh,
It
that's
means you're
nice.
on the right path.
Well, that's good.
Yes. So what means to me is, again, it's signifying the sun dance is a sacrifice. Is you're letting go of things that no longer serve you. It's actually a holy card. It's a blessing, and you're getting blessed and supported by angels to help you do this. It's also a very healing card, Temperance. It's about balancing things as well, okay? That's what you're going through right now, which is actually beautiful when you think about it.
Yeah, but I don't, it's part of me don't, if it means what I think, then it's hard to let go.
It is, that's why you, that's why they're here. This is not easy. Some things are not easy to let go of because it means change.
Right.
And change is always scary because we don't know what's in
Right.
front of us, right?
Right.
So, and I can tell you don't know what to do because she has the Eight of Swords here,
Right.
which means you feel caught up and her eyes are covered, so you can't see what's going on.
Right.
So that's about listening to your intuition, and because it's an 8, 8s always mean progress, moving forward. So even though you feel bound up, you are going to move forward. And again, you have your angel card, so that's going to help you. Okay. So what I see right here in this section of my card reading is what you want from it. And the Six of Cups sometimes can mean old memories, nostalgia, things the way they used to be. Sometimes they can mean soulmates if you're looking for a relationship.
That would be nice.
Wouldn't that be nice? And then weren't you
When is
looking
he-
for?
Well, I've been a widow 30 years, so
Okay.
I think it's about time, but
Yes, you do want something like that.
I
So,
don't know where he is.
well, we'll look at that. in a
Where is
second. We're going to see what's coming up
Where
in
is
your
he
love
in
life.
this?
Yeah. So now here is now look. This is a
He's
Ten
on
of
a
Cups.
slow boat.
This is a marriage card, a love card. So see, it is for her. It is coming.
Oh, that's nice.
Okay,
I'll
so
be
I
100 by then.
No. So let me see, because what I usually do is I throw extra cards on things. So when is this romance coming into
right.
your life, right? let's see here. Oh, here's the guy,
Oh, what's his name? Where is
George.
he? George.
I'm just feeling it, George.
It's not John, is it?
No, I don't know. It's a June, George. That's what came to me, you know. So here he's
Oh,
got
king.
he's
He's a
king,
king.
and he's got
Yeah.
money. See,
He's got money.
he's got money. We like money. So
Ah, is he from Italy?
could be. There's grapes in here, so maybe I get some
Uh-oh.
wine. You know. So definitely, you know. Oh, look, and this is my marriage card.
Oh, see, that's weird,
It is weird. So,
because
well, you know
my
what?
age,
If you no, don't say that, because at any age, we are powerful creators. We can have anything we want. We first have to believe that we can do this. Just
Yeah,
start
see,
believing it.
yeah, that's what I have to let go.
We
'Cause
have to, like, yeah, that
I
you
always say,
can't-
how could I, because I'm old school. You think years ago, like you had to, cook more and clean.
Yes.
They don't do that no more.
No. No.
So-
Yeah, no, so to answer your question,
Thank you.
is I definitely see somebody there, and, okay, this is the position of.
What does this mean?
All right, so,
Am I
all
gonna
right,
do- when
all
is-
right, so this
is
is
that my
another
death card?
spiritual card.
Uh-huh.
This is about doing something new. It could also be divorce, too. It depends on how I read it. But the Ace of Wands is about starting something fresh. It's a new start. The aces are one, the new beginnings, and the wands are always about the creative force, projects, new goals.
That's
Okay?
nice.
And this is telling me what she needs to do, the Knight of Cups. Now, that's about romance and love again. So if she wants it, I would start journaling and start a vision board or something to bring this energy in, to envision what it is that you want. Okay? And that's going to make it manifest. So what you want to avoid is the moon card. Now, the moon card means sitting on the fence and not picking a path. Means you have to take action to show the universe that you mean serious business, because George can show up any
Yeah.
minute. Right?
Oh, nice.
Okay?
Thank you very
You're
much.
welcome.
Thank you.
Bless you.
Okay.
Thank you.
And won't it be funny when she meets a man named George? That was very nice, my dear.
Thank you.
That
It
was
was
very
fun.
interesting.
Okay.
Yeah.
I enjoy it.
You know, you tapped on something that we had talked about earlier, and I know that we were prepared to talk about it. And what I had said when we were talking about the prayer that Maria is going to read and talk about was that God don't move until we do. So, that's how it says in the Bible, God helps those who help themselves. So
help
you
themselves, yeah.
have to take the first step.
You take the
Then
bull by the
God takes a
horns.
step. Yeah, then you take a step, then God takes a step, you see? So, that, and the vision board, you mentioned the vision
Yeah.
board. You want to talk about that a little bit?
Okay, so I threw this vision board together really quick in my kitchen with just one magazine. I only have one. And my grandson's glue stick, which was half falling apart. But, and I'll show it to you like this. So with a vision board, you remember I said you have to put your dreams out there, you have to put your desires out there. What you put out there will come true. If you're always thinking negative thoughts and I'm never going to make it, this ain't going to happen, then nothing's going to happen. But if you say, you know what, I am going to finish this, I am going to find George, or I am going to change how I approach people, it comes true.
Just leave George out of this for a moment, okay? You see this here? In other words, anything that you have in here, so long as you focus your thought on this daily, then you will bring it to fruition. It's when you make this up and you put it on your refrigerator and walk by and never look at it,
Right,
guess what? Your refrigerator is going to be nice and clean in one spot.
right.
All right, so you make sure that you focus on what it is that you want, and that enables it to come back to you.
I actually keep mine at the foot of my bed, so when I wake up, that's the first thing I see.
Right.
And even if I'm not focusing my entire attention on it, it's a subliminal thing, that every day I look at it, you know what I mean?
The first thing I see is the time on the on the cable box doing this.
Oh, geez.
But it's usually in triplicates. I know my angels are with me. Yeah. And I have my amethyst, the giant one. that's like this, but it's about that tall.
Because this goes to what we were talking about in the car, what you were saying about.
Well, I wasn't in
but
the car, I don't
You
know.
weren't in the car, no. But it's about us being able to achieve what we want. We have the power, and a lot of us don't.
Because we've been dumbed
Understand.
down through life and through
Right.
education, and everything else in this country is subversion of the minds. They don't want to let you know that you have this, because if you did, then you don't need them.
Right.
Right, remember everybody, God gave us dominion over the land, the seas, the creatures above and below. So that means we actually can control things the way we want them to go if we know we can.
Right.
You know, because we have the power. So just like in the tarot cards we were talking about earlier, how basically it's a focusing tool, you know, and it's the same thing. But I guess first you got to figure out what you want.
And a lot of people don't know what they want.
I know, and you know what? That's why it's good when you can go in through a magazine and rip out just pictures that appeal to you for some reason, or you see a car and you say, "Oh, I really like that car," you know, and you rip it out, you put it on your vision board, or whatever it is, whether it's a house, you know, whatever it is your dream is.
They would- they
It's a
would- they
symbol.
wouldn't- yeah.
It's,
Yeah.
it's the symbolic language, like I was talking earlier, that you know, we start seeing things and it starts to manifest for us by seeing the symbol, and then we'll see it repeated everywhere. People will
Right.
talk about it, you know, and then you know you're on the right path. You know, people will ask me, well, how do I know what this means? I'm like, well, if you keep seeing synchronicities, it means you're on the right path. Sometimes I don't even know exactly what it's going to be.
Didn't we have a synchronicity tonight, you and I?
Yes, we did.
Yes.
Okay,
Tell them about it.
Yeah.
you tell them.
Okay, well, I'm wearing all blue, and he has this gift for me, and it was this bracelet from Archangel Michael, who's my favorite angel, and it's blue. It matches.
Yeah.
So that's a
perfect.
synchronicity. That's how I know this is the right thing
meant
to
for
do.
her.
Meant for me.
Yeah.
But did you know this before she came tonight?
No.
No, I had no
It's
idea.
See that?
unbelievable.
So-
It's beautiful. Yeah.
You know,
I knew that she was going to be wearing turquoise, but she wore blue instead because she's blind like I am. Okay? But that's okay, we're closely matched. You have to see the conversations. I go, what are you wearing? Why don't you wear yellow? No, I don't want to look like a banana. And then she says, wear pink, which is even worse.
Oh, that was funny. And when he wore pink, he got teased so much by his buddies and everything, right? Being the Italian guy he is.
I think guys look wonderful in pink. I love pink
When you
on men.
tan, you're really tan.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks all right. Orange I like better. I just put it out there. You know, so everybody who's to send an orange shirt in, that's fine. Okay?
You know, I was just thinking about what you had said about the synchronicities. So here's a clue for you. When you are trying to achieve a goal and you keep knocking your head against the wall and nothing works, and you keep trying to do that, and then maybe by the 5th or 6th time you're like, this is never going to happen. Well, maybe it wasn't supposed to happen, so that was your clue by the 3rd time, okay? By the 3rd time, if you're trying to do something and it just isn't happening,
And you're not
may-
supposed to be doing it.
yeah, you're probably not supposed to be doing it, because when you're on the right path, things unfold before you, and the synchronicities start to happen, and the coincidences, which I really don't
There are no
believe in them, right?
coincidences.
So you know that that it's meant to be when you start to see these things.
When you hear the phrase, you reap what you sow, you better believe that that is absolutely true. When you send something out to the universe, or actually to God, when you send it out, and if it's of a negative connotation, you're going to receive just that, because that's what you're actually asking for. So be very careful, choose your words wisely. Your words are your wand, and they open up, well, there you go, it's a good one.
That's a
Right.
good one.
Your
Yeah.
words are your wand. So it's, as you speak, so it shall be.
It says that it says it in the Bible. It says the word created, you know, right? So that's how powerful it is. But meanwhile, I want to switch to a subject that we were talking about earlier. There's a big, powerful eclipse coming up on the 21st, and there's all kind of chatter about it all over the internet, Facebook, etc. And anyway, usually what we found is when we have happy celebrations like Christmas. Well, you know, the bad guys, they create scenarios to make our happy times bad times, to kind of, I mean, I guess to counteract the happy times. Well, we decided that we were going to do something about it for this eclipse. And we put our heads together and came up with a prayer. Do you want to read it?
Okay.
Yeah, and
Okay.
Marie's going to put it on her Facebook page and share it on
Yes,
ours.
I'm gonna put it on my Facebook page.
And your blogs.
On my blogs, I'll share it on your page, so
What am I?
your
Wood?
page.
Chopped liver, yeah,
You know,
he's
I'm
not
not here. I'm
chopped
only 2
liver.
feet from
He's
her.
not chopped liver.
Hey, you take the vision board. You see this? I got a vision for you. Go ahead. Good.
I'm gonna put on your.
Okay.
But you have to really, really believe how powerful we are. And with this eclipse,
Coming,
Adolphina,
the energy will be magnified tremendously. Eclipse brings change, and there's been fireballs too, you know. And when the fireballs come through, that really kind of speeds up change. So there's even been meteorites. What do they call it?
Perseus?
Yeah, Perseus fireballs or something like that this past week. A lot of things have been happening in the cosmos that people don't put 2 and 2 together about it. But these celestial events actually affect mankind, the stratosphere, and so there is a lot of change going on coming up very shortly. The Lion's Gate opened on the 8th, and that's always a portal that's of importance.
Don't forget we're in retrograde too.
Yes.
And oh my God, yeah, and we have 5 planets in retrograde. I don't think I've ever seen that before. Have you girls? You, Tommy?
No.
No, so it's a pivotal time. And I think when planets are in retrograde, it actually means we are going to revisit things that we have not resolved. So get ready to see a lot of the same type scenarios replaying. Okay, so Marie is going to read the prayer, and then we can talk about it, you know, and so forth.
So, and it was teamwork doing this, so we put our heads together. So it's the prayer for the eclipse, and we want to say it for 90 days
At least.
at least. But if you want to say it every day, forever, I think
It's
would
good,
work.
yeah.
It would be very good. So we acknowledge that we belong to Father God and Jesus. We acknowledge that we are all connected to like minds and sacred source. We acknowledge that we have reclaimed our divine sovereignty.
Sovereignty.
That's good. And we are free people. And no one owns us on any timeline, dimension, interstellar plane, or any other loopholes. As the eclipse reaches its
Pinnacle.
pinnacle, we transmute any negative energy into love and light. What we dream and desire and take steps toward, we will manifest as co-creators with God and Jesus. We will co-create financial prosperity, perfect health, love, peace, joy, and we manifest this with grace and ease.
Amen.
Amen.
And so it is.
So it is.
So it is.
Yeah. So, you know, I think that's very powerful. See,
There
people
was
don't...
a little voice going off in my ear.
Yeah, what were they saying?
I don't want to. They said, "Did you forget me, the Holy Spirit?"
Oh, and the Holy Spirit.
That was one that came through.
You're right, the Holy Spirit.
And the other thing he says, when you say transmute into light and love and mercy and grace, that should be in there.
Mercy.
Mercy.
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
sure
I
add
forgot that. Usually
We'll add,
I
we'll,
add that.
we'll edit.
Yeah, we'll edit it a little.
Okay. It's a fine job you did, lasses. Fine job. It's a fine job.
Yeah, Padre Peter.
No, Pio.
Pio.
Irish, he's
Padre
Italian.
Pio. I'm getting my saints mixed up.
That happens.
But you know, it's very important that people create a spiritual practice on a daily basis. Because, you know, a lot of people think that if they just go to church on Sunday, they're fulfilling their spiritual purpose. And really, that is just the tiniest tip of the iceberg. So I would encourage everyone to say any prayers like this one. And I also have important ones on my website. And I'm editing one every day that I will post soon. But it's very,
It
very...
comes up with different variations.
Yeah, just little things I'm getting new info on. But it's very important that if you don't say it for 90 days, it doesn't manifest. Okay?
Listen, let's just put it out there. Everyone needs, whether you're going to church, whether you're going to shul, whether you're going to a mosque, you need to recognize that you are God's presence in you. And when you accept God's presence in you, everything else will fall into place, because now you are akin with your Father, your Creator. Why would you let anybody tell you a subverted message? All right? You are God. It says it in the Bible. Didn't I tell you that you are God? And same things I have done, you shall do greater. It says it in there. It doesn't say it in a Marvel magazine. It says it in the Bible. Get it, learn it, know it, accept it, and be who you're supposed to be.
You know, that's a very strong message, and I totally agree with that, because, you know, people do not realize that the true purpose of religion was to start them on their path back to God.
That's right.
But if you have a pastor or a priest that's you're not getting behind or above towards God and Jesus, then, you know, you might not achieve what you hope. And as it also says, you have to go through Jesus to get to the Father. And what that means is Jesus' heaven is before Father's heaven. So you have got to pass through those realms or dimensions before you can even get to God, you see. So these are all very important things that I hope, even though we say them in a fun way, in a simplistic way, and we laugh a lot, but it's also very true. So I do hope you take that to heart. Yeah.
Okay, being that we only have a short time to go, any last words? I mean, any last comments? Any last words? It's terrible. And I wasn't flipping the card, you were.
The last rites.
That's right. I just feel that when I said he gives
Remember, we
us
have 4 minutes.
the gifts, he gives us the gifts we need to survive in this world. He gave us power, and no one's allowed to take that from you. He gave us worth. No one is allowed to take that away from you. Absolutely no one.
I would say that would go against universal law,
Yes.
Yes.
you know, so that's so true.
But we're so easy to give up our power.
Well, because we don't realize we have it.
No.
How about you? Any
Yeah.
last words from you, Shelley?
Always, I got a lot
Last
to
words?
say.
Again, you're
Last
condemning her
words.
too?
Yes.
Last words for the show, that's
Last
all.
words for the show.
Ooh, see
Well,
what-
what I think it's so important to get to know who you really are, your true self, your higher self, and to spend time getting to know that and dialogue with that. That's your God self. And as you do that, you'll start to get messages, okay? You start to go within. That's the important thing, to not look for things outside, look within, and be an individual and create a prayer, create a mantra or something to connect to God's source. And then watch miracles happen. Believe in yourself, believe in these things, because you are God. It's true. And as you keep practicing this and believe in it, you will see things happen and your life will shift for the better. You have to stay the course, though. You have to persevere.
Sis?
Well, the last thing I want to just piggyback off what you said is, you know, you have to think about it. God gave us each a drop of Him for our soul. So really, we are a part of God, and that's how people come to this, and it says it in the Bible. That's, you
Yes,
know,
it does.
people
Yes, it
really
does.
don't get that.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I'll have the final word.
Yes.
Okay? The final word is this: trust in who you are. You don't need somebody to tell you who you should be or what you should be. Trust in who you are. You are God's perfection in you. So every time in the morning you get up and you look in that mirror, you say, I am God's magnificence. I am His creation. I am His son, His daughter. You know, and once you do that and you accept that God presence of who you are and you learn who you are, then you can help others become who they should be.
That's right.
All right. Anyway, I'd like to thank our sponsors tonight, Antonio's Pork Store in Tottenville, and Aardvark Pest Control in Great Kills. Wonderful guests, Mary. I'm so used to saying it. Marie and Shelley, and our wonderful audience that we always have here, and our crew, our great crew, that without them, as I said last week, or last time, or last month, whatever it was, is that we wouldn't be able to put out such a good product. All right? And that's about it. So wave goodbye now.
Bye, everybody.
Blessings
Thank
to
you.
all.
Yes. See you next time.
Well, he's telling we're still rolling, so I guess we still got a little time.
I guess we got a minute or two?
No,
Well,
I don't
we did forget to thank
What do we got,
our
a minute?
TV viewers. Yeah.
And we didn't thank our TV viewers,
Yeah.
you're right.
You're right. So we want to thank you too for tuning in, showing up, and learning these sacred truths.
Now are we done?